Beautiful souls. I love talking about energy. Energy is everything. So many things make so much sense when we talk about energy. I am going to do something right now, which I'm called to do. There is a trine. So, we have the Holy Trinity of the Self, which is mind, the body, and the spirit or our soul and our connection to it. And spirit transcends with the square around the triangle. So the Holy Trinity of Self, and that spirit transcends, which is the completion. So there's three pieces are very, very important to effectively move energy. You'll notice that different healers have different ways that they do things. So some people will do brushing and speak words with their brushing, or they'll do tapping. I don't know if you guys have heard about tapping. Some people will say, I put essential oils and I rub it together and I say, any energy that is not mine, I return to sender and I call back my soul's essence. So I want to be very clear about using this Holy Trinity is the reason why it makes it so important. It's not enough for you to just say, I clear that energy if you're not in your I am presence. It's not enough to do a little bit of tapping or a brushing in the body if you're not focused on the intention of what you're doing. It's not enough to have an intention, but not actually take any actions or speak anything that goes along with it. So the most effective way to move energy is combining all three of the I am presence, the Holy Trinity of you. So having a clear visualization, a clear focus and intention. So let's say I want to remove any negative energy from my throat chakra. Let's say that. Any bindings, any attachments, anything that's a residue or closing my throat chakra or not letting me speak my divinity out loud. Let's say that's what it is. I'm going to show you what we want to do is combine the mind, which is I have a very clear focus intention, not necessarily that I am clearing the throat chakra, but that it is already cleared and I'm intending that it is cleared. It is done. I'm intending that it is already filled with gold light. So I'm going to imagine in my visualization and clearly intend with a very specific focus on lighting up my throat chakra, it opening. Okay? So I'm sitting down to focus, visualize my mental body. So that's the first part of the Holy Trinity. My mind is clearly focused. Now I'm going to use cleansing energy. It will feel different for each of you. You might be called to brush like this. You might be called to go like this. You might be called to go down like this. You might be called to do this. Trust what your body naturally wants to do. It will be exactly right for you. So that's why I say it doesn't matter what the healer tells you or the teacher tells you, do this or do this or do this thing. You actually intuitively will know exactly what you need to do to clear a specific area. So that's the second piece, the body of the Holy Trinity, the mind, the body. So we have our focused intention of the mind, visualization, or simple intention, or saying it repeatedly in your thoughts in your mind. I now clear my throat chakra. I now clear my throat chakra. I now clear my throat chakra. All energy that binds my throat chakra is now gone, transmuted into light. I brush, I remove all energies that are not of my own soul's core essence. I command the removal of all energy that is not of my own soul's core essence. I now call in spirit, replacing and replenishing my energy with divine power, life force energy of Reiki, my I am presence, filling my vessel and sealing it. Notice I'm doing the infinity symbol. I'm naturally doing what my words and my visualization is telling me to do. I don't have a specific focus. My body, my intuition is naturally doing what my mind is intending. And here's the third part, what I'm speaking. The reason why speaking it out is important is it's like the stamp. It's sealing, so be it, so be it. So be it. I have spoken through divine expression, and so it is. So you're combining the mind, the body, and the divine expression of your soul and spirit at the same time. I want you to try this on your own. be very cognizant. If you notice something around you, it could be removing. So there's a reason why Spirit had me do it that way. I'm being told right now, Ram Dass is saying, you'll notice that Aaron's energy was speaking. I'm removing, clearing, I'm commanding the removal. Command is a powerful word. Remember one of the first few lessons, commanding, there is no other option. I am of the mother of all creation, and I command the removal of all energy from my energetic fields and subtle energy bodies that is not mine. I command the removal of it. So it's the body, the focused intention of, I'm getting rid of anything that's not mine and doesn't feel good and is negative and low vibration. It's also me speaking. The throat chakra is an expression of the divine. It is powerful. It is like sealing the deal, is what Ram Dass is saying. It seals the deal. So you're combining the holy trinity of the self. If we don't do one, it's not as effective, not because you're not powerful and you're not effective, but it's almost like the power of combining the focused intention and movement and your words, speaking it out into existence so that there is nothing else, is the I am presence, because it's the Holy Trinity intertwined as one, working together easily and effortlessly. Ram Dass is saying that's the flow. So when people are just being, they're being in the mind, they're just being in the body, and they're being in the throat chakra. So if you want to embody a state of being, says Ram Dass, that state of being must have all three of that Holy Trinity in alignment. So if my state of being needs to be peace, my mind must be at peace, removing all of the overshadow. My body must feel at peace, relaxed, removing all of the inner shadow. And my voice must speak peace. That's a state of being. So when we're talking about healing frequency energies, to tie this back in, you have the power to remove anything. You have the power to heal. I'm hearing repetition will be your greatest friend. If you have an ailment in your body, yes, you can do traditional medicine. This is not meant to replace that. If your intuition is telling you to go to that, do it. There is a purpose of traditional medicine that does help us. It's important not to discount it or discredit it, but it's also important to discern it in a way that is healthy, and knowing when something is not for you, that you have the ability to say to the medical professional, yes, that makes sense to me, it feels right. But sometimes we get medical advice where the diagnosis or the issue is not fully understood, and we get a recommendation that our spirit's like, oh, this doesn't feel good. You do need to have discernment. So this is not meant to replace professional or medical advice in any capacity. Rather, it's meant to empower you to both honor those who have that skill and capacity or understanding of what you're struggling with, or the ailment or illness or energy that's happening, but also to use your intuitive discernment, because it's your body and you know intuitively what's best when you tap into your I am presence. You know when a physician is aligned with you. You know when you go to a therapist and it's a right fit or a wrong fit. So that's also about energy and an energy exchange as well. So healing frequency energies is literally when you have your I am presence, when you understand you are speaking it, stamping it, sealing it, there is no other option, along with the focused intention of the mind. So Ram Dass wants to point out the focused intention of the mind. So it's almost like if you want to clear something from you, if you have some stagnated energy, if you're feeling energy of somebody else, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is sit and focus with clarity, all of your focus on it, all of your imagination on clearing it, speaking it, the divine expression, the spirit stamping its seal, the infinite on it, commanding it, and then moving the body in alignment with whatever that is. Perhaps you start rubbing your knees if you have knee pain. That is for someone specific. Take that message if it's yours. If it's not yours, allow that to be for the other person. You may be rubbing your knees as you do this. You may call in, Ram Dass is pointing out, notice after she cleared it, she then called in and literally used her energy. I'm calling in the divine I am presence, filling my body with the energy of light and love. Your hands, things that you do with your hands, if you naturally feel attuned to it, please do it. That is literally your body is your barometer, is allowing your body is attuning to your spirit rather than your body trying to tell your spirit what's right and wrong. So if your body is a barometer and you're not listening to your spirit will tell your body what needs to happen, but only when we align with that I am presence and our spirit, allowing our spirit to tell us and show us what we need to do. This healing is complete.